Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Australia. Let's cut across. Well, there you can see the visuals on your screens. Prime Minister Narendra Modi meeting the delegates, and that is the Indian diaspora as well in Australia, who are excited to meet the Prime Minister at this point of time, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi wrapped up his Papua New Guinea visit and deemed his interaction as historic. He is now in Australia. He was welcomed by the Australian Prime Minister. And Prime Minister Modi's visit to Australia comes after the Quad leaders held a discussion on the sidelines of the G7 summit in Japan's Hiroshima. So for Prime Minister Modi, so that was Prime Minister Narendra Modi first in Japan, then in Papua New Guinea, and now in Australia. My colleague Rishabh is joining us on the broadcast to give us more details. Rishabh, power-packed schedule for the Prime Minister, and at this point of time, he is in Australia. We saw him meeting the diaspora there, and people are very excited to welcome the Prime Minister.
Definitely, people are very excited to welcome the Prime Minister. We have seen this craze, be it in Japan, be it in Papua New Guinea, or now in Australia. Things have been quite electrifying wherever the Prime Minister has been. In Hiroshima, it took Prime Minister almost 1.5 hours to reach the hotel, the road that would have taken around 15 to 20 minutes otherwise. And in Papua New Guinea, we saw that how even in a small island with just 95 lakh of population, there was a strong Indian diaspora that came to meet Prime Minister at the airport. And in Sydney, which is called a mini India, the environment is definitely electrifying. The way Prime Minister has been meeting people, it looks like he's somewhere in India only. The excitement among the diaspora is such that, the preparations have been going on for the last 6 months, that how when the Prime Minister comes, what all would be done. So this shows the importance of Indian Prime Minister as well as India and its diaspora abroad.
Absolutely, Rishabh. As we can see the visuals on our screens, the Prime Minister is in Australia. He is meeting the Indian diaspora, and Prime Minister Modi's visit to Australia will span for 3 days and comes after India and Australia signed a significant trade agreement last year.